And welcome to Newsline, yours every Sunday tonic, and of course passport to the heart of Nigeria. I'm Adelabu Abdurazak. Tonight, we'll bring you echo the same spirit, stories of challenges that test our courage, trials that stretch our faith, and of course triumphs that whisper our resilience. We'll take you to the kitchen. There, we will stir the pot and lift the lid on tales that taste, twirl, and tug at the heart. Processed seasonings, our must-have magic, or perhaps our silent saboteur. Then, of course, from the taste of tradition to the texture of elegance, Nigerian attire makes the graceful leap from local festivals to global catwalks. You'll also get to see a grim twist, where joy turned to tragedy. A young bride-to-be burnt by her stepmother for doing what? To share her happiness. So each story tonight reflects who we are, our flavors, our fabrics, and sometimes our So fasten your seatbelts, fasten your hearts, not your seatbelts, as I fly you through the clouds of courage tonight, storms of survival, and finally, the sunshine of triumph. All right, let's begin with the news. Across the globe, a collective voice rises to honor the profession that is the very foundation of human and societal development. As stakeholders unite to push for a unified strategy and structural reforms that encourage peer collaboration, shared expertise, and mentorship. The World Teachers' Day observance, eulogies, and calls to action to transform education from the root. Zenret Dingmum brings us the details.
They are the architects of the future, molding every sector of the nation, one student at a time. Little wonder the world stands still in celebration. This event focuses on setting benchmarks for professional freedom, excellence, and the right to participate in educational decisions as required by international standards.
Initiated numerous policies to revitalize the teaching profession, including the National Teacher Policy, which ensures that teachers are professionally and motivated.
But true transformation comes when teachers are supported, connected, and empowered when they thrive together, not apart.
As a collaborative profession also entails learning environment that fosters shared leadership, collective planning, and distributed responsibilities.
Awards were presented to the Best Teacher of the Year, Best Performing Schools, and Administrators, as well as teacher-friendly governors.
Because education is so serious, and you know that we have been having challenges over the years, and we need to put in so much resources, so much energy, so that we can be able to restore the noble profession.
Recasting teaching as a collaborative profession highlights the urgent need to shift the perception of teaching from an isolated classroom activity to a collaborative ecosystem. In Abuja, Zenret Dingmu, NTA News.
Yes, the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization UNESCO used as a moment to celebrate educators and a platform to highlight critical challenges in the teaching profession. From teacher shortage and professional isolation to low remuneration and limited career development opportunities. This year, the focus is on recasting teaching as a collaborative profession. Olayinka Ojo examines how government interventions align with this global call to action.
We have 52 now as our main.
A teacher is not an instructor. They are guides, mentors, and facilitators who help learners acquire knowledge. They create positive environment that inspires curiosity, creativity, and critical thinking.
Our great man,
Otoyi Oluwaseyi, aside being a workplace, the classroom is also a space to shape young minds and nurture future leaders.
2 commercial cities in Nigeria, yes?
Lagos and Kano.
This pivotal role underscores the importance of recognizing teachers' contributions, which is why October 5th every year is celebrated globally as World Teachers' Day. From the 2024 theme, Valuing Teacher Voices towards a new social contract for education, the focus this year shifts to recasting teaching as a collaborative profession. The emphasis is on transformational model of isolated classrooms and individual labor into one that promotes teamwork and shared growth through team planning, peer mentoring, joint professional development, supportive school leadership, and formal structure that encourage collaboration. For governments, the goal is clear: to improve teachers' working conditions, professional standards, and overall well-being. This in turn will lead to better learning outcomes and stronger teacher retention. Olayinka Ojo, NTA News.
Nigeria's First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, says shortage of teachers is a global challenge the world must confront with urgency by empowering educators, investing in their growth, and inspiring more to join the noble profession. In her message marking this year's World Teachers' Day, with the theme focusing on the global teacher shortage, the First Lady highlights the need to draw more attention to one of society's noble professions. Saluting teachers on their special day, the First Lady herself, a lifelong teacher, described them as true heroes who shape minds, dreams, and also guide generations. And in the spirit of this year's Pensioners' Day, the Nigerian Union of Pensioners is appealing to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to increase the national minimum pension to 60,000 naira instead of the recently approved 32,000 naira in appreciation of their long, active and selfless service to the nation. President Nigeria Union of Pensioners, Godwin Abumisi, made the plea during a press conference marking the 2025 Pensioners' Day celebration here in Abuja. The president, who returned unopposed, frowned at crisis rocking some state councils, assuring them to resolve them amicably, including the challenges of outstanding backlog of pensions and gratuities by some state governments.
To please direct the national salaries to issue a fresh circular to accommodate the following affected parastatals. In similar vein, I wish to remind our state governors and local government chairmen of their responsibilities for immediate implementation of the series of pension increases approved by the federal government in the past years.
Abumisi commended President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for releasing billions of naira for the implementation of 32,000 naira pension increase, consequential adjustments. And with the level of infrastructure in Nigeria's maritime sector, particularly the Deep Blue project, which guarantees round-the-clock surveillance on its territorial waters, Nigeria has proven itself as a key stakeholder in global maritime trade. Secretary General of the International Maritime Organization, Arsenio Domingos, gave this assessment while inspecting facilities of the Nigerian Maritime Administration Safety Agency, NIMASA, in Lagos. Joel Bukwola reports that the Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Gboyega Oyetola, gave assurances that the current momentum will be sustained.
The Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Gboyega Oyetola, who led the IMO Secretary General on tour of the Nigerian Navy Hydrographic Research Vessel NNS Lano, designed for oceanographic and charting surveys on Nigerian and international waters, is leveraging the visit to deepen collaboration with industry players from the international space. The IMO Secretary General also toured two crucial facilities of NIMASA, which are the C4 High Center and the Regional Maritime Rescue Coordination Center, which are integral parts of the Deep Blue project. A simulated practical capabilities of the Deep Blue project was demonstrated before the IMO Secretary General, further laying credence to why Nigeria's territorial waters has been impregnable to pirates for the past 3 years.
The Deep Blue project is a multi-layered security architecture that has earned Nigeria a zero piracy for the past 3 years. I'm proud of the fact that, you know, the SG is able to look at this. I'll come back to UK to be able to convince them that Nigeria has to be a member of the Council of IMO.
We know how important maritime security is, particularly for Nigeria and the Gulf of Guinea. And I really urge the government to sustain this project.
Capacity building is germane to sustain the head. And this is why Institute of Maritime Studies in the University of Lagos is being supported by NIMASA with a gigantic building set to be inaugurated.
It is an opportunity to try and get the youth to be interested in maritime.
Maritime safety will attract foreign direct investments, and with the strength of the Deep Blue project, stakeholders believe marine and blue economy will become Nigeria's major source of revenue in the nearest future. In Lagos, Joel Bukwola, NTA News.
And the Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Mohammed Ali Pate, says President Bola Tinubu's administration's Renewed Hope agenda is driving a major transformation of Nigeria's health infrastructure with visible progress across the country. During a visit to Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University Teaching Hospital in Bauchi, the minister expressed satisfaction with the pace and quality of work at the ongoing construction of a world-class radio diagnostic center. Professor Pate notes that the facility is one of 10 such projects being executed nationwide aimed at improving access to modern medicine.
Started a few months ago, and we have now seen that it's almost getting to 70% being completed, and the equipment have been procured. We've seen the work is very good quality work. I'm sure when it's completed, not only the people of Bauchi State, but the people of northeastern Nigeria and indeed Nigeria will benefit from this. The physical transformation of the system is underway, and this is just one more evidence.
The minister also inspected the construction of a new clinical trial center within the teaching hospital developed in collaboration with the Coalition for Epidemic Preparedness and Innovation to boost Nigeria's capacity to participate in advanced clinical. These efforts, he says, align with President Tinubu's vision to build a resilient health system that is grounded in modern infrastructure and strong value chain, capable of supporting sustainable healthcare delivery across Nigeria. And President Tinubu says he's committed to ensuring that Nigerian farmers are empowered to produce high-quality food in sufficient quantities to meet the country's needs. The Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Abubakar Kyari, stated this during his participation in a field day for rain-fed wheat farming in Plateau State. Musa Baba Ali reports that the Plateau State government donated hectares of farmland to support further research in field crop production.
The federal government is making strides towards ensuring that the country is self-sufficient in wheat production through innovative rain-fed farming. Before now, farmers believe that wheat can be used under irrigation mostly between November and March every year. The Federal Ministry of Agriculture, in collaboration with the Lake Chad Research Institute, has been conducting trials for rainy season wheat cultivation, building on over 3 decades of research and crossbreeding to develop heat-resistant wheat varieties suited to Nigeria's climate. During the field day, the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, alongside Plateau State Governor, inspected the plantations where 6 varieties demonstrated promising yields. The top performing varieties were named in honor of President Bola Tinubu, the Minister of Agriculture, and the Governor. Abubakar Kyari highlighted the potential economic benefits for Nigeria and smallholder wheat farmers in the country.
What Nigeria does, we import over $1 trillion worth of, that translates to billions of dollars. So with this, it means we're going to save on foreign exchange and we'll be self-sufficient in what we do. And like I said, we grow what we eat what we grow.
Governor Mufwang Tinubu's food security strategy and allocated 50 hectares to the Research Institute to support further development.
We got to a point where we decide enough is enough of all the wasted opportunities. And therefore, from this point onward, we have to be intentional, be scientific. We have to make sure that we key into global best practices. And that is the only way we can be able to help ourselves.
If successful and widely adopted, this innovation could reduce Nigeria's wheat imports by 35%, making a major in agricultural innovation and economic self-reliance. From Kuru, Plateau State, Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu congratulated General Lucky Irabor, a former Chief of Defense Staff, on his 60th birthday. General Irabor held the position of Chief of Defense Staff, CDS, in Nigeria during the height of the Boko Haram insurgency in the northeast. The president describes General Irabor as a true war commander and defender. He said the celebrant remains one of the most remarkable soldiers this country ever produced. General Irabor, Boko Haram, recently in Abuja to understand the Boko Haram menace and deal with it and other similar security challenges. Wishes General Irabor many more years and invaluable services to the nation. All right, let's now peep into the world of sports, and of course, Bade Adeleye joins me live. Bade, I would have loved to talk about the Premier League, English Premier League, that is. Of course, you know that Arsenal is topping the table, but this afternoon, got me thinking. A female colleague of mine, I asked her the name of her local club, and she said Eyimba of Nnewi. Now, that got me thinking, how much attention our own local league here at home, and I begin to wonder when our league that attention.
That's really a concern, Claire. And we also do in NTA, partnering with the MPFL to beam some matches live. But whether we like it or not, more attention needs to, be on the Nigerian league, because, we need to know the players, we need to know the clubs, and many more about the beautiful league.
And by the way, Eyimba is not of Nnewi.
Of Aba.
Of Aba.
All right. Straight to sports, let's begin from Lagos, as Team Brazil turned their pole position to a maiden victory as they emerged winners of the E1 Lagos Grand Prix. Team pilot Timmy Hansen was instrumental to their success as they pushed Team Blue Rising to second place, while Team Drogba finished third. Raking in 38 points for their win, Team Brazil now have 89 points going into the final race of the season next month. Sunday's race had in attendance Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State, with organizers and fans tagging the event unique.
I think Nigeria is a destination venue, and I think these are one of the activities that showcases that Nigeria is ready for tourism and people should visit our country.
Organized, very well packaged, attention was paid to detail. Honestly, little details count. For a first attempt, it was a good job.
To football now, 2 away wins were recorded in 6 matches played on Sunday in the Nigeria Premier Football League as Abia Warriors compounded Kwara United's recent misfortunes, with Warri Wolves running out 1-0 winners to Barao. Shooting Stars recorded the only home win with a slim 1-0 victory over Plateau United. Ayimba and Rangers settled for a goalless stalemate with ending 1-1. And in the English Premier League, Everton ended Crystal Palace's unbeaten streak as a late goal from Jack Grealish gave them a 2-1 win. Pep Guardiola made it 250 Premier League wins as a manager as Manchester City ran out 1-0 winners at Brentford. In other results, Newcastle United beat Nottingham Forest 2-0. Aston Villa were 2-0 winners, 2-1 winners against Burnley, with Wolverhampton Wanderers and Brighton playing out a 1-0 draw. And straight to the Spanish La Liga, where Nigeria's Adams scored an assist from compatriot Chidera Ejuke as Sevilla shocked Barcelona 4-1 in their La Liga clash on Sunday. In other results, Alaves beat Elche 3-1. Real Betis ran out 2-1 winners away to Espanyol. Real Sociedad lost by a lone goal to Rayo Vallecano between Celta Vigo and Atletico Madrid, currently ongoing. That does it on Sports Tonight. Let's now return to Claire.
Thank you. Let's also take you to the Weather Center for weather forecast for the rest of the country on Monday.
And welcome to the weather update. Thunderstorm activity continues to increase across the north-central region as the weather system responsible for this trend gradually shifts further southward. Meanwhile, the northern parts of the country are experiencing a decline in thunderstorm frequency, indicating that the rainy season is gradually coming to an end in those areas. Despite this transition, isolated thunderstorms are still expected on Monday over parts of the northeast and northwestern region, including many north-central cities. These storms may be accompanied by strong winds, which could cause destruction in some areas. Across the southern regions, thunderstorm activity is also anticipated, with moderate rain showers expected across the southeast, south-south, and southwestern regions. Stay informed and take necessary precautions. And that's the forecast for Monday. I'm Safia Senginusa. Thank you for watching.
Safia, thank you. And please, let's take the necessary precautions as she has warned. And that ends the news segment on Newsline. Please don't go away as we transit to something lighter in a moment.
In the beating heart of Owerri, business never sleeps. From sunrise to sundown, the wheels keep turning. And behind the scenes, vision meets action. Governor Hope Uzodimma's leadership has turned manifestos into reality, transformations that feels like. But progress needs peace, and in Imo, it's not left to chance. From land to sky to river deep, guardians are watching, protecting dreams and opportunity. At Orashi's quiet shore, hydropower is rising, set to energize. The change is visible. New roads emerge, industry hums, communities come alive. At the center, a digital revolution. 500,000 young minds trained each year to build the future. As Orashi rises, so does Imo and the hopes of a hard-working people. A new Imo is on the rise.
The Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare through the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency announces the national flag-off of the integrated campaign of multiple vaccines and interventions, including measles, rubella vaccine, polio, human papilloma virus, routine immunization, and neglected tropical diseases. The national flag-off will be performed by Her Excellency Senator Oluremi Tinubu CON, First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Date Monday, October 6, 2025. Venue Banquet Hall, State House, Abuja. Time 10:30 a.m. prompt. welcomed. All invited guests are to converge on Eagle Square on Monday, October 6 at 8 a.m. for screening. Parents and caregivers, beginning from October 6, 2025, take every child from 0 to 14 years to the nearest health center, vaccination post or outreach center, and leave no child behind. Remember, all vaccines are safe, effective and free. This message is from the National Primary Health Care Development Agency. Announcer Dr. Muyi Aina, Executive Director and CEO, NPHCDA.
Our people, our nation, look how far we've come together in the past 65 years.
Growth and endless national possibilities.
Our fashion has become a global statement of our creativity.
Our culture and cuisine remains rich and diverse.
Our Afrobeats are the world's new anthem.
Today, more people are enjoying the benefits of a modern, connected life.
Financial inclusion has brought prosperity closer to everyone.
Nigerian talents are setting global standards, from the boardroom to sports fields, arts, education.
Indeed, we've come a long way. As we mark our 65th Independence Day anniversary, we at MTN Nigeria are proud to celebrate with you. Happy Independence Day.
In today's fast-paced world, staying ahead demands peak performance from our bodies.
Like never before, our bodies need an optimum supply of essential nutrients, and Supermalt supports our daily nutritional needs.
Supermalt has 20 essential vitamins, minerals, and natural extracts for overall health and wellness. One Supermalt a day gives you energy and vitality, improves your mental performance, and supports your immunity.
TerraQ, unwrap joy, unleash taste.
My people, toilets have stains which bleach cannot clean effectively. But having a sticker which gives 10x better cleaning versus bleach and kills them. Oh wow! You cannot see that Harpic is better than Sonia Tomato Mix. Stand up. Easy to open, easy to squeeze, easy to scoop, and easy to stir. Life is so much.
Sonia Tomatoes in the.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
All right, happy birthday there to Engineer Vincent Maduka. Let's now begin on a lighter note, but with something deeply nostalgic. You know, from the high life to hip-hop, cinema, and music and entertainment industry has really come a long way. Now, since independence, they have struggled for survival. But at 65 years, it has transformed into a vibrant industry, one that not only entertains but also empowers, creating local content that competes proudly on the Adiola Komiakere reports on how the industry continues to shape dreams, provide opportunities for millions and millions of Nigerians.
Nigerian film industry before independence was formally recognized as a sector and was grouped as a unit in the info department of the then Ministry of Information. And as before, mobile scene vans, which were the order of the day, played to at least 3.5 million people in Nigeria, while the films produced by the film unit for free at the 44 available cinemas. From the early days of theatre performances to the current global recognition and influence, the Nigerian entertainment industry has grown in leaps and bounds. Of the significant evolutions in the industry is the rise of Nollywood, which grew from a small-scale industry in the 1990s to becoming the second largest film industry in the world in terms of film production after India's Bollywood. Statistics reveal that the film industry is estimated to produce around 2,500 films annually, contributing about $1.4 billion to the nation's GDP.
The Nigerian entertainment industry is now a global powerhouse, contributing massively to both the economy and cultural diplomacy.
The music transformed remarkably.
We have superstars that are running in the world now. The music industry in Nigeria has really grown since after independence. Now we have the people like the Davidos, the Burna Boys, the Wizkids, the Two-Face Idibias, people that can sell out stadiums around the world.
The music industry, especially Afrobeats, has become a multi-billion-dollar export.
And in the fashion industry, it has also evolved since independence, with innovative designs as models are gracing international runways. Let's not forget technological advancement. It has also brought about evolution of the entertainment industry. With the rise of social media and online streaming platforms, Nigerians can now showcase their talents, connect with audiences globally, and monetize their content. The entertainment industry practitioners believe will achieve greater heights in the years to come, with continued support, investment and innovation which the renovated National Theatre will help provide.
Follow me, make we roll. Make you shake body, forget wahala. Follow me, make we roll. Life is too short, people.
You know, our culture and tradition weave a very captivating tale of fashion, of course, and heritage that has global influence. From colorful national runways, Nigeria's unique attire tell a story of pride, community, and connection to our roots. In the next package, Gufan Shaju Ugwai explores the unique tale of how Nigeria attire are making waves across the world.
From the Ashoke in the southwest to the Regal Babariga of the north, the bold stripes of Angay from the middle belt, and the elegant Ishago and George of the east and south-south. Nigerian fabrics are telling stories far beyond our shores. Our attires have transformed from local treasures into worldwide sensations. Nigerian fashion is showing up on big runways like Paris and in streets like New York.
You see the clamor and the glamour that the international audience have towards our products, and especially Nigerian fashion. Fashion is one of the most thriving fashion scenes in the world, along with Tokyo, Paris, New York. Some of the biggest designers in the world. You know, a Nigerian girl, Moalola, she's the head designer at Kanye West fashion brand.
And I was shocked to see the amount of Hollywood stars that were designed, clothed by Nigerian designers. I think it's a welcome development. I think it's about time that the eyes of the world spotlight Nigerian designers, and not just Nigerian designers, but also Nigerian fabric, African print, Nigerian print. It's a welcome development.
For Nigeria, this isn't about fashion. There's potential for economic growth as culture goes global.
Nigeria's fashion and textile sector is not just a vibrant cultural force, it is an economic engine. It draws centuries of heritage, fueled by the creativity of today's youth and propelled by the global rise of African design. Everything brilliant in the world at the moment is African.
There used to be this great textile company in the north that closed up. I mean, several others have packed up because of difficulty in doing business in the terrain. It's really sad, but government can step in to help.
Nigeria's fashion isn't just about clothes. It's a bridge connecting tradition to the world stage. Through our prints, Nigeria tells a story of cultural pride and global influence.
All right, now if I ask you what is fashion, you probably say it is what you buy, and then style is what you do with it. But in most societies today, especially thrift fashion, popularly known as Okrika or Bendam Boutique, is taking on a very new meaning. Beyond its affordability, it's also now about creativity, sustainability, and most importantly, entrepreneurship. So from the bustling markets in Lagos to the vibrant stores here in Abuja and then Kanu, our correspondent takes us on a journey to look at how thrift fashion is weaving itself into Nigeria's evolving lifestyle and then fueling small businesses.
Across Nigeria's vibrant cities, a quiet fashion revolution is underway. From Tejosho Market in Lagos to Wuse in Abuja and Sabongeri in Kanu, thrift fashion, popularly called Okrika, is fast becoming a lifestyle choice celebrated for its uniqueness, affordability, and sustainability.
Thrift wear to me is actually nice. To me, it's actually nice. There's some new stuff you get to thrift. By the time you are buying the thrift, you will see the quality is different.
Of course, because it's affordable. I love going for something affordable and nice at the same time.
We buy the bale, we open it. It's mixed market. We have different things. We have the tops, the knicker, the shirt, the gown, everything in one bale. So once we open it, we wait for the customer. Once they come, we know what they want and we give them.
I say, okay, thrift skirts. So this is the only business I do. Because I'm making my daily yes.
Far from being a symbol of lack, Nigeria's fairly used clothing market mirrors global trends. In London, Paris, and New York, vintage shopping is a thriving culture, and Nigeria is no exception. Social media fueling demand, online thrift stores are springing up daily, attracting young buyers to affordable yet stylish outfits and cutting across class lines. Beyond style and affordability, thrift fashion also helps the environment. Reusing clothes reduces textile waste and encourages sustainable consumption. Yet, behind this vibrant trade lies one of health concerns.
Looking at the way the clothes are packaged, can cause some dermatitis when it comes across our skin. Can cause some skin irritation, which is called sometimes eczema. The major way of disinfecting Okrika clothes, if we have to use it, we have to wash them with soap and water and make sure we wash them very well. We have to dry them in direct sun.
It is also important to note that the importation of fairly used clothes is listed among prohibited items under the Nigeria Customs Act, a measure put in place to safeguard public health, protect local textile industries, and prevent dumping. Still, the fact remains that from Nigeria's bustling markets to global runways, Thrift fashion proves that old clothes can indeed tell new stories.
Thank you. All right, let's make a first transit to Gusau in Zamfara State, where many young people are redefining survival and dignity in work. So while others still seek white-collar jobs, others embrace any honest means of livelihood that can put food on their table. So at the heart of our next story is the famous Bulajari market, a thriving hub for scrap and discarded items where waste becomes wealth. So here, traders legitimately earn their daily bread by turning society's cast-offs into a pathway out of poverty. Jamil Ibrahim reports on how this unique market is transforming lives and challenging perceptions about work and survival.
The jobs increasingly scarce. Many Nigerians, especially youths, are turning to trades once considered menial. In Gusau, Zamfara State, the Bola Jari market has become a lifeline for hundreds of people, offering an honest means of survival in a tough economy. Here, fairly used clothes, electronic phones, solar panels, furniture, shoes, and utensils are sold, alongside repair services of recycling and affordability.
In Lagos, we get periodic delivery of the items sold here, mostly from Lagos, Port Harcourt, and Abuja. It is a simple business that you can start with a very small capital of 2,000 naira.
Traders of all ages say they are proud of the work despite society's perception.
I sponsored myself to Hajj, built a house. In fact, I am now about to complete the building of my second house.
Primary 5
I have been in this business since when I was in primary 5. I built a house, married more than one wife.
In addition to getting my daily bread from this business, I was able to sponsor the education of my children, one of whom is a medical doctor now.
Although the market is dominated by men, determined women also thrive here. One of them, Fatima Abubakar, a widow and mother of 6, has been sustaining her family through this trade for more than a decade.
It is from the proceeds of this business that I take care of my 6 children. In fact, I have now possessed a 1-bedroom house.
The market's appeal lies in its affordability and wide variety of goods, drawing buyers from across the state. It also runs under a structured leadership with branches in all the 14 local government areas of Zamfara. We have no fewer than 20,000 registered members from across the state.
Things here are sold at very cheap rates, and you can find unique items that may not be available elsewhere.
I came here to buy things because things are a little bit cheaper here, and you can get some of the things you cannot get outside here. Although they are second-hand, but at least they are still useful.
But Bola Jari market faces accusations of dealing in stolen items, creating mistrust among some residents. The leadership, however, insists on a zero-tolerance policy for crime and promises to fish out bad eggs. Despite these challenges, Bola Jari market provides jobs for thousands of youths and women. With proper oversight and community support, this unconventional trade could continue to empower families and strengthen Zamfara's local economy.
All right, a very beautiful place to take a break. You're watching Newsline. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Every day, Nigerians are pushing forward. We may live different lives in different places. That progress isn't just promise, it's felt. Reforms shape how we learn and how we live. NES 31, the Reform Imperative, building a prosperous and inclusive Nigeria 2030. These come together to shape the future, because the tomorrow we want starts with the actions we take today. Join us from October 6th to 8th, 2025 to register. Visit nesgroup.org
The Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare through the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency announces the national flag-off of the integrated campaign of multiple vaccines and interventions, including measles, rubella vaccine, polio, human papilloma virus, routine immunization, and neglected tropical diseases. The national flag-off will be performed by Her Excellency Senator Oluremi Tinubu CON, First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Date Monday, October 6, 2025. Venue Banquet Hall, State House, Abuja. Time 10:30 a.m. prompt. All invited guests are to converge on Eagle Square on Monday, October 6 at 8 a.m. for screening. Parents and caregivers, beginning from October 6, 2025, take every child from 0 to 14 years to the nearest health center, vaccination post, or outreach center, and leave no child behind. Remember, all vaccines are safe, effective, and free. This message is from the National Primary Health Care Development Agency. Announcer Dr. Muyi Aina, Executive Director and CEO, NPHCDA.
Back in 63, we landed Nigeria with nourishment, staying there. Every day. Now the nourishment.
Hola, la familia. I enjoy the new tasty, creamy, and nourishing Fan Yogo drinking yogurt. Contains vitamins D, E, B1, B12, and zinc. Fan Yogo, original Nigeria yogurt.
When malaria knocks you down, you can be sure parasites are having a party in your system.
Welcome to our new kingdom, guys!
Comel, an effective weapon against malaria.
Coleman!
Attacking the parasite army directly to give you express relief and get you back on your feet effectively. Comel on. Malaria gone.
It's the choices you make that set you apart from being good to being great. My choice? Nivea Men Deep Body Lotion with Max Tech, powered by Black Carbon. Gives you both dark wood fragrance and 48-hour moisture. And my other top choice for all-day freshness, Nivea Men Deep Roll-On for 72-hour protection and fragrance with Max Tech, powered by Black Carbon. Skin is for playing it smart. Nivea is for skin.
What do you need?
Guys, food is ready.
Cook to impress. What makes a true leader in the game? Is it being the first to start? For over a decade, one name has always led in front. That name is Bet Naija. Bet Builder, Bet Freeze, One-Up, Bet Boom. Not just features, but unbeatable odds on over 300,000 live matches. You're playing to win. Just another reason why Bet Naija is truly Nigeria's #1.
Right, welcome back to Newsline. If you just joined us, you're watching Newsline on the network service of the NTA. Now, it was a night of tributes and thanksgiving. Swell wishers celebrate a man of courage and service. Former Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Ishaya Bami, retired on his 80th birthday. Now, the gathering described him as a patriotic officer whose life and career remain a testament of discipline, humility, and dedication to Nigeria. Now, Najatu Tijani captured the gleams of the event.
A symbolic act
depicting the sweet journey to 80 years for a seasoned general, Lieutenant Ishaya Bame. Well-wishers and members of the Zuru community gather to praise God for Lieutenant General Bame's life and legacy. The event hall beams with color as goodwill messages flow like fine wine with abundant delicacies to match the joyful mood. Wishing him a happy birthday, elder statesman Professor Jerry Ghana delivers a heartfelt toast praising Lieutenant General Bame's service to the nation. Visibly moved, the celebrant expresses profound gratitude to God and all who stood by him through life's battles and victories.
So what remains for me now is to serve my God, serve my country, serve my community. My prayer is that God will give us the understanding, especially those in government, to know that they are there to protect the lives and properties of Nigerians.
Well-wishers honor the general, beginning with his friend, companion and wife.
He's a man that is a problem solver, and I ask that God will continue to help him to have good influence and good impact on the people.
During his time as Chief of Army Staff and even before, he has always been a leader.
Through all tribulations he has gone through, he has remained steadfast. He has not doubted God. And I pray God will give him longer life and prosperity.
Many more prosperous years in life. From this 80, we are praying to see 100 years in his life.
The best. I wish him a happy birthday. He has impacted so much in our lives, as evident from all the people and all that has been said today.
As the saying goes, there is no party without a gift, and some special ones are unveiled, much to the delight of all. In another touching moment, one of General Bame's grandchildren offers a blessing.
All around you and within you.
As the sun dips and the birds fly to roost, the partygoers leave the hall with their goodie bags after celebrating a father figure who they wish good health, blessings and more service to the nation.
Wow, I remember growing up in Obalende in those days, especially around military circle. The name Bamayi evoked fear and respect. Congratulations, sir. All right, let's go to Jos. It became a melting point of emotions and reflection. Dignitaries from across the country gathered to honor Nana Lydia Yilwa Goshe, mother of APC chieftain Professor Nentawe Yilwada. Tributes poured in for the late matriarch, described as humble, God-fearing, and devoted to raising her children in love and discipline, virtues that continue to shape their public service and humanity. Priscilla Grunam captured the highlights of the events for Newsline.
State played host to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and other dignitaries over the weekend. They are all in the state to pay last respects to Nana Lydia Yilwada Goshe, the late mother of APC National Chairman Professor Nentawe Yilwada. Her story is that of a humble, God-fearing woman whose legacy of love, service, and sacrifice lives on through her children. In his sermon, the officiating minister urges all to live a life of purpose and service to humanity, extolling Nana Lydia's virtues of resilience, hard work, and kindness. In an emotion-laden voice, her son, Professor Nentawe Yilwada, recounts her sacrifices and unshaken faith and her labor to give her children education and moral grounding.
Is resting from the labors of this life with the Lord. Her good works with her. Where she has gone to is a better place. My mother has been from education, for 47 years. God has kept her and gave her additional 47 years to the time they said she will leave the world.
President Tinubu in his message describes Nana Lydia as a compassionate mother who raised her children with the fear of God, virtues reflected in the life of her son.
Professor Akawe, our party chairman, you are a mother who lived a good life, and the fulfillment of life is to leave a good name behind, a good sibling. You are a good man.
For the Plateau State Governor Caleb Mutfwang, the President's presence was both an honor and a symbol of solidarity with the people, as he uses the occasion to call for greater intervention in security matters affecting the state.
Your esteemed presence means a lot to the immediate Irwada family, but much more to the Plateau people in general.
We are here all in our numbers. Let me thank the President for making it to this church.
She embodies the values of discipline, of integrity, of selflessness, and these are clearly evident in the character of our national chairman.
As her casket was lowered into the earth at her hometown of Dungung in Kanke local government area, silence fell over the community, a solemn reminder of the enduring legacy of a mother who lived for others.
Now, what legacy will you leave behind when you take your final leave of this world? It was a question that lingered in the hearts of many as family, friends and well-wishers gathered in Ibadan to bid farewell to Lady Adunola Teresa Taibat Oduah Nietu, a woman celebrated for her compassion, faith and strength of character. Ayomiko Ajibola was there to capture the final journey of a life well lived.
They said death will come when it will. When it does, the living are left to reflect on memories, on legacies, and on the footprint of the departed in the lives of family, friends, and society at large. Such reflections fill the air as the remains of Lady Adunola Teresa Taibat Oduah left her Ibadan residence for the last time to her eternal home. At St. Joseph's Catholic Church, Ibadan, sympathizers joined family to celebrate the life and time of Lady Oduah.
Would our death challenge us to amend our life, be closer to God, repent of our sins, and learn to do good to others?
The solemn moment came with the dust-to-dust rites performed amidst tears, sighs, and heavy heart of those who loved her deeply. Yet, the farewell was also a celebration marked with a reception where guests were entertained and tribute poured in for a woman many describe as a pillar of strength.
The day she died, the man in me died, and I had thought I would go before her. I had been sick before her own.
I'm going to miss her service to the Lord, I'm going to miss her service to the community, and I'm going to miss her commitment to her family. I'm thankful that I was her daughter. I'm thankful for the lessons I've learned. I'm thankful for the opportunity to learn from my mom. Her love of sports, her sarcasm, her humor. She was kind, she was nice, she was charming.
She cooked really well, very good meals, and for someone like me coming into the family, she was really, really welcoming.
She's part of the coordinators of our family, both the Etu family and the Odeniyi family. She's a loving sister.
I miss her loving kindness.
She was such a very useful person to many of us.
Born on Sunday, 11 February 1951, into the family of Alhaji and Alhaja Etu of the Italero family compound, Ijebu-Ode, late Lady Adunola Oduah lived a fulfilled life as a devout wife, a caring mother, and a doting grandmother. She passed on Saturday, 16th of August 2025, at the age of 74, leaving behind her husband, children, and grandchildren who now carry forward a legacy of love, faith, and service.
And after 37 years of waiting, the people of Ishagaorile in Abeokuta North local government area of Ogun State finally witnessed the revival of one of their revered traditional titles, Oshorun of Ishagaorile. The honor fell on Chief Kayode Oduaro, a man widely respected for his integrity, humility, and dedication to public service. Chief Oduaro, who currently serves as Chief of Staff to Senator Solomon Adiola, representing Ogun West Senatorial District, was celebrated amid pomp and pageantry as indigenes and dignitaries gathered to witness the historic installation. Lekan Abonde was there.
The reverberating sounds of traditional drums, coupled with the rich display of culture and colorful attire for the installation ceremony for Chief Kayode Oduaro, the Baroyin of Imala Kingdom and the Majiobaje of Oluilaro, this day adds yet another honor to his illustrious profile. But the Oshorun title of Ishaga Kingdom carries a deeper meaning. It is a sacred responsibility passed down through generations in his family. The nonagenarian monarch Onishaga of Ishaga Kingdom, Oba Joseph Oladele Tella, personally performed the installation, filling a vacuum that linked 1988 following the death of the last Oshorun, Chief Oduaro's uncle. The traditional rites featured symbolic rituals, the breaking of kola nuts, libation offerings, and royal blessings before Chief Oduaro was robed in full regalia and presented with a staff of office, signifying authority and service to the kingdom. To the rhythm of the Gbedu drum, the new Oshorun took graceful steps in a symbolic dance, a gesture of acceptance of his new role and a reaffirmation of his bond with the ancestors. The celebration reached a crescendo as Chief Oduaro, joined by family, friends, and well-wishers, moved to the arena where the celebration continues.
He's a man of many virtues, he's a community builder, and a very responsible fellow.
He deserves every recognition that he can get, and I celebrate him, and I wish him a wonderful reign.
Since I've known him for 40-something years, I've not seen him with any bad thing. He has been good to everybody.
He's a man with a very good character, so I'm not surprised for the title that was given to him by Olusegun of Ishaga today.
He's a man for the people, and he's also a very good-hearted person.
Chief Oduaro, being installed as the Oshorun, is a call to service, a reminder to continue uplifting his people and promoting unity and progress in the land of his forebears.
What you expect now being the Oshorun of Ishagaorile, we are going to make sure that this place becomes another small London.
All right, let's change the gear now and take you to the kitchen. From exclusive restaurants to roadside bukas and family kitchens, processed seasonings have become a must-have for many homes. Now, the promise of instant taste, color, and aroma keeps shoppers reaching for more, even as health experts warn of silent dangers that high sodium, chemical additives, and flavor enhancers are linked to some life-threatening conditions. Olukemi Soni takes us into homes, markets, and eateries to uncover how cultural habits, affordability, and convenience shape our food choices.
Processed seasonings and spices have become a staple in many Nigerian kitchens, finding their way into local and intercontinental dishes alike, loved for the convenience, taste, and aroma they bring, which enticed most people. These products are part of everyday cooking for millions of homes. Yet, as awareness about healthy living grows, conversations around their nutritional impact or otherwise are becoming louder. From seasoning cubes to packaged tomato paste, curry powder, and even dehydrated garlic and pepper, processed seasonings are often chosen as faster alternatives to fresh spices. On the streets, Opinions are divided. Some Nigerians are returning to traditional spices such as iru, ogiri, crayfish and other local herbs and spices for their perceived health benefits.
I no put too much, na small. This one test will come as small, the other one test will come as, it will be normal.
The sisi is sweet past the local one.
The preservative and what they use, they can draw, they use turkey. You smell the turkey, but is it the turkey that is inside? Did they blend the turkey and use salt to make it cube?
Store it for a month, 2 months without decaying. But like all these local beans, there is no how you want to repackage it.
I'm not the Englishman. I'm a local man. So that's why I prefer local thing.
David Emeka, a trader who sells only natural ingredients, says he believes fresh spices make meals richer and help people stay healthier.
In the olden days, our mummies at that time they used something like something that is natural. It makes them live long, very strong and healthy.
A nutritionist, Dr. Bolanle Olorunyomi, advises consumers to strike a balance.
So it is advised to reduce the quantity of processed seasonings used in cooking our foods so that it will not affect our health adversely.
As public awareness grows, consumers are left to make their choices, whether to prioritize convenience or lean more towards natural alternatives.
All right, the choice is ours because we are all guilty. All women are guilty. Let's take a short break. We'll be right back.
Mom's Pride seasoning cubes now available in Kayamia flavor, a perfect blend of ingredients like garlic, ginger, onion, cloves, and many more. Mom's Pride Kayamia, Mom's Pride Dadawa, and Mom's Pride beef flavor. Mom's Pride. Share the pride.
Big day ahead.
Delicious Ovaltine, smart choice for smart kids.
Imagine lovely meals you can cook with these ingredients. You spend heavily, but no guarantee of a tasty meal. Not making a right choice of seasoning cube can ruin your meal, money, and confidence. For a tasty meal, do not compromise. Choose Gold.
Use Terra Gold for the rich, consistent taste your loved ones crave for. Good for soups, stews, and jollof. Terra Gold. 1 cube, endless possibilities.
My people, toilets have stains which bleach cannot clean effectively. But Harpic is thicker and sticks better, which gives 10x better cleaning versus bleach and kills germs. Oh, wow. You cannot see that Harpic is better than bleach.
The world needs moms. With a splash of Golden Terra oil, a mom can transform a frown into a smile. Change no thanks into yes please. Resolve family feuds without blowing a whistle. Providing tasty family meals is all that matters. Where there are moms, there is love. Golden Terra oil, pour pure love.
It's the choices you make that set you apart from being good to being great. My choice? Nivea Men Deep Body Lotion with Max Tech, powered by Black Cavern. Gives you both dark wood fragrance and 48-hour moisture. And my other top choice for all-day freshness, Nivea Men Deep Roll-On for 72-hour protection and fragrance with Max Tech, powered by Black Cavern. Skin is for playing it smart. Nivea is for skin.
What makes a true leader in the game? Is it being the first to start? For over a decade, one name has always led in front. That name is Bet Naija. Bet Builder, Bet Freeze, One Up, Bet Boom. Not just features, with unbeatable odds on over 300,000 live matches, playing to win. Just another reason why BetNaija is truly Nigeria's #1.
Big day ahead.
Delicious Ovaltine, smart choice for smart kids.
Good, tasty food is worth living for. Worried about your oil every time you enjoy your favorite meal? Introducing Smart Balance. Smart Balance and oil. Gamma oryzanol. Several studies suggest that gamma oryzanol may contribute to the reduction of bad cholesterol. Golden Terra Smart Balance Oil. Good food, no worries.
Welcome back to Newsline on the network service. Now, a once cheerful bride-to-be now lies in a hospital bed, battling severe burns and trauma. Here's the story. 18 years ago, Fatima was eagerly preparing for her wedding in Maiduguri. Now, her mistake was returning to her father's house and sharing the news of her engagement with her stepmother. Allegedly attacked her in a fit of jealousy, pouring boiling granite oil over her face and body. Pauline Kujivana tells us more about this story, and we do advise viewers' discretion.
Yanzu wurin tikici zaki ajali da karita ta zo ta ajalin ki yanzu.
Su yi adali na.
Those were the chilling threats once uttered by the perpetrator Hajja, vowing to harm, even kill members of her family. Today, those threats have become a painful reality. Fatima, now the victim, lying in hospital and battling for survival after her stepmother's wicked intent was carried out.
Yau in kun kwanta a ɗakin nan, ba za ku tashi da rai ba, shi yasa muka je muka kwana a gidan makwabta.
Before the incident, my stepmother threatened to kill me and my elder sister, so we spent the night in the neighborhood out of fear. The next morning, I was lured back home under the pretense that my sick aunt was calling me, and I went, unaware it was a trick by my stepmother, who hid behind the door, poured hot oil on me, and attempted to stab me.
The conflict began when Fatima, who had been living with her biological mother after her parents' separation, returned home following a suitor's proposal. As tradition demands,
when a suitor came for introduction, my current husband's children said she would not be married in their house, so I sent her to her father's home, not knowing she would face such degree of maltreatment from her stepmother. Justice must be served.
The tension grew to the point that Fatima's father, Talba, a retired teacher and IDP from Mongunu, declared he would rather divorce his wife than send his daughter away. Consumed by anger, Hajja allegedly boiled and poured hot oil directly onto Fatima's face, splashed across her body, leaving her with deep and severe burns.
God is so kind. As a retired and a pensioner headmaster, I will not afford to treat such kind of thing. As far as I'm not even paid my gratitude to take all these kind of things from 2019 up to date. So I appeal to the community where I'm living so that they assist me. The elders advise me to take her to TH.
Sai ta yo me yasa akan dalilin yarinyan zai sake ta sai ta kashe.
After pouring the hot oil on her face and Fatima running in pains, she also brought out knife to stab her until her son rushed and forcefully collected it from her hand.
Hajja is in police custody. Meanwhile, Fatima, lies in hospital responding to treatment as her father appeals for support to help his daughter regain her health.
God. Now, what becomes of a parent's dreams when the child raised with hope and sacrifice to the level of a graduate and was supposed to make them proud is suddenly gone? For Hafsat, the mother of 24-year-old Fatima, that dream has turned into a nightmare. Her daughter, a promising graduate, was sent on an errand but never returned, only for her lifeless body to be found 5 days later in a maize farm near their home. Maria Muballa has the story.
Fatima, a promising postgraduate student with dreams of academic excellence, described by those who know her as diligent, disciplined and focused with a bright future. Unfortunately, that dream and future is no more. Cut short in a bizarre way. Fatima embarked on a simple errand on the 25th of September and never returned. Her grieving mother, still in shock, recounts Fatima's passion for learning and her quite respectful nature that endeared her to many.
She's brilliant. She's calm. She's precious. She's reserved. I don't even know how to describe her, honestly, because she's good. She's good to people around us.
Her family compound remains filled with sympathizers as the community struggles to come to terms with the tragedy. The community leader says Fatima's body was discovered in a maize farm not far from her home.
Muka tashi muka dunguma muka haɗu da ni da DPO da shi chief security.
We immediately began checking with the DPO. Then the children came and took us to the place where we found her lifeless, without clothes, and was already decomposing. She was buried according to Islamic rites.
Meanwhile, the Bauchi State Police Command say a team of experienced homicide investigators have been deployed to unravel the circumstances surrounding the killing, assuring that justice will be done for Fatima.
A Newsline will keep at that story. Now, what could turn a family dinner into a scene of tragedy? Now, that's the heartbreaking question haunting the people of Akbani Neke community in Isuzo local government area of Enugu State. We have 5 members of the Ikeze family, a husband, wife, and 3 children reportedly died after a meal suspected to have been poisoned. Chimaroke Ugu visited the community.
It was an ordinary evening in Akbanineke, Isuzo local government area of Enugu State, inside the home of Barnabas and Angela Ikeze, with their 3 children, Divine, Gift, and Victor. Like every other night, they shared a meal with hopes of waking up to a new day. But that dawn never came the way they expected. By morning, the family awoke to excruciating stomach pains. They were rushed to a hospital in Ikem, but tragedy struck swiftly. One child died on the way, another on arrival, and despite frantic efforts by doctors, Barnabas, Angela, and their youngest son also lost the battle. Only the eldest, Marvelous, survived.
We finished eating night food. The next day, we were complaining of stomach pain. After some time, my small brother, he started convulsing. Then later, my sister joined him.
Pastor Ignatius Ikeze, elder brother to the late Barnabas, the family's ordeal began on August 29, 2025.
I saw my brother, Barnabas Ikeze, the wife, and 3 other children. They say that 2 have died that Saturday.
As the grief deepens, suspicions have emerged. A community member allegedly involved in a long-standing land dispute with the family had reportedly threatened to wipe them out. Police have since made arrests and investigations are ongoing. Marvelous Ikeze, the lone survivor, now finds himself without his parents and siblings.
I want the Enugu state government to intervene in this matter, and we want justice in this matter.
So this is how my brother, the only brother I cannot do it. Look at our combat now, nothing. He was the one. He returned from Gombe State with the whole family. Look at the woman here. When I returned home, now there's nobody.
The traditional ruler of Emo Haneke, His Royal Highness Igwe Silas Udogo, stresses the importance of food safety and urges peaceful resolution of land and other disputes to prevent future tragedies.
This is a strange news and a strange happening to Neke because we have never experienced this type of problem. We have made every necessary arrangement for government to come to our aid.
For now, the image of a family sharing dinner one quiet evening only to be wiped out by dawn remains etched in Akpani Neke's memory.
All right, so imagine standing on top of a hill, hundreds of meters above sea level, looking over vast plains where history whispers through the winds. Now, that's Daniski Hills, the ancestral home of the Balewa ethnic group in Fika local government area of Yobe State. So for over 6 centuries, families here lived, farmed, raised their children, and built a thriving community high above the ground. But today, the Daniski Hills stands as a living museum of the Balewa people's resilience, culture, and ingenuity, a reminder of a time when terrain was both a home and a fortress. All right, Yusuf Ali takes us on a journey through the winding paths, ancient ruins, and captivating stories of this hill in Yobe State.
12 kilometers north of Pika town in Yobe State and about 400 kilometers from Damaturu, the state capital, rises Daniski, a stretch of ancient hills and ruins that echo back to the 16th century. Once the cradle of Bolewa civilization, Daniski remains a living link between past and present. From time, the settlers are basically farmers and hunters. For the Bolewa people, Daniski is a monument of stones and memories, the heartbeat of their identity. From these hills, they migrated centuries ago to establish the Fika Emirate, later settling in Potuskum, which today serves as its administrative capital.
I've been hearing about the festival for almost 5 years now. I'm belonging to come and witness with my eyes, witness many fascinating and amazing things.
During climbing the rope, you can see some people they are moving faster, some people they are moving slowly because the people that they have the idea for climbing mountain.
Tribe that stays on this hill long ago, so we came to see how they live here because we have never heard and see them, but we know what they've gone through, so we came to see it ourselves.
Because I saw everything about our history that past, everything.
Organized by the Fika Emirates Council and supported by the local government, the festival is designed to preserve the tradition of Bolewa and neighboring communities. This year's edition carries even more weight. The Emirate is pushing for national monument recognition for Daniski and is already planning activities to mark the 600 years anniversary of the Bolewa people's arrival here. Conservation and development plans are also on the table, a bid to ensure the site's survival for generations to come.
We are also hoping that by next year we will be able to expand the activities here, firstly by seeing that the road is improved and also to make it easier for people to be able to climb up.
The Daniski is now one of the enlisted monuments for declaration. They are now very happy, and seeing me, they have now agreed that what they have been hearing has come to stay.
But beyond the official speeches and ceremonies, it is the people who breathe life into Daniski dancers, drummers and artisans elders, passing down oral history and young children seeing their culture in action for the first time. world races forward, this festival echoes the Fika people to their roots, connecting past, present, and future in one colorful celebration.
All right, now true to the saying, he who brings kola nut brings life. Now this age-old ritual of breaking kola nut continues to thrive, bridging generations and preserving values. In Aba, a new wave of appreciation is emerging as academics, community leaders, and everyday citizens champion this cherished practice, blending heritage with modern life. Here is Kelechi Okata with the details of this breaking kola nut that is more than just a custom.
They may not speak English or a specific language, but kola nuts have a language of their own, one deeply rooted in culture, warmth, and tradition. Breaking a kola nut is an old Nigerian ritual and a way of saying you are welcome, a gesture that carries the weight of history and the sweetness of belonging.
We use our native language to speak to it and it understands our
At the Dr. Ogbonnayonu Polytechnic Aba, members of the academic community explain why the breaking of kola nuts remains a cultural treasure, explaining its role as a sign of hospitality and respect that transcends tribes and tongues, telling every guest, here you are at home.
Started from every time our forefathers, so we are trying to uphold it to make sure that it stands.
At cultural festivals, kola nuts are cracked open to unlock blessings. Each split is symbolic, a prayer for friendship, health, and long life, shared with guests whose presence is honored in the most authentic Nigerian way. The bitter taste, mingling with joy, becomes a reminder that life itself is a blend, and friendship is all the sweeter when seasoned with tradition.
In Igbo land, we value kola nuts in different ways. In Yoruba, they value it in their different ways. In Hausa, they value it in different ways. So we use kola nut to recognize our ancestors.
Interestingly, young Nigerians are finding new ways to keep the practice alive.
You see young people on the internet posting kola nuts, using it for cultural content and using cultural hashtags. You also see the modern day chefs. They are experimenting with kola nuts, where you see something like kola nut infusion. They're able to get things like cola syrup, cola tea, kola nuts in powdered form. They use it for ice cream, they use it for baking. You go to cafes, you see things like that. So that's a way to like give the practice of kola nut a fresh twist and still keeping it relevant in today's world.
Kola nuts speak of warmth, friendship, and identity. So, the next time you crack a kola nut, remember, it is not just a nut, it is Nigeria's cultural language of welcome.
All right, I see Newsline runway ahead. The ever alert traffic control officer, our producer, is waving both hands. And the cabin crew members are already flashing the landing lights, ready to clip my wings if I don't land soon. So it's time to taxi this storytelling bird back to base. But before we touch down and I hang up my mic and sign out the flight log, here is my 2-kobo piece. Look deep into the earth. There's wisdom buried there. Seeds never complain about the dearth. They use it to rise. Good night, everyone.
Social media as a channel of communication is inherently harmless.